Book and Wax friends. I'm Amber. If you're new, welcome. Welcome if you're returning. So glad to have you here with me. Today's video is my October TBR jar picks. As you can see, I'm using this adorable little Halloween mug because it's all about spooky season this month. And I'm so excited to pick my official TBR. If you didn't see my spooky season TBR list, my pile of possibilities, definitely check that out. I will link it at the end of this video for you guys. But I am all about the vibes when it comes to books and home fragrance. I'm all about the seasonal vibes. So I am definitely here for the fun atmospheric reads. I'm not a horror reader though. I'm not a super spooky, scary reader. So these are just ones that are gothic, that gives those spooky or cozy type of vibes. That's what I'm about. So let's pick some books together and see what I decide on. So you can't see all the books. I have a shelf down here as well that I'm picking from, but we will get to them. Hopefully I will get some good prompts that will work with these books. So let's do this. So I always pick 8. Let's see what we get. Okay, book that became a movie. I don't know if I have any on right now. Oh, yes, I do. Of course I do. This is the only one. But it works perfectly because this is on my 25 books that I want to read in 2025. And that is Bram Stoker's Dracula. I've seen movies, but I've never actually read the book. And so I want to see. Sorry, I'm about to sneeze. Oh my goodness. Sorry about that. Okay. I might edit that out. I might not. Okay. Anyway. I want to see where all those movies stem from, where a lot of the vampire lore and myths come from. So, Dracula by Bram Stoker absolutely gets my pick, which is good because none of my others have been made into movies, as far as I know anyway. So, number 1. All right, let's see what my next prompt is going to be. Okay. Let's look and see what this one is. What is your favorite? If you've watched Dracula, any of the versions, which one is your favorite? Let me know down in the comments because I do want to know because there's been so many different versions. Let me know. Okay, includes illustrations. I don't know. Well, I mean, technically, like maps. Maybe this one. I was going to say maps and whatnot. You could technically say the end papers, but I'm sure they're probably meaning in the actual book. Well, I mean, it's honestly, it's mine. It's my TBR. I can do what I want, honestly. But I know, oh yeah, oh look at that. This one has illustrations. Should I pick another vampire one? Let's see. I know Foul Days, I think, has a map, and maps are illustrations. Maybe not. I thought this one had a map. What one had a map? Maybe it was Serpent and Dove I'm thinking of. Let's see. Serpent and Dove. Yes, Serpent and Dove has a map. Yeah, there is maps, which are illustrations, but if we're looking at, like, illustrations, these are like the chapter headings are the illustrate. Oh, I do have also artwork because this was a special edition. So I have the vellum overlays in Immortal Dark. So maybe I should do this one. Okay, I'm going to do this one. Even though I just picked another vampire, this is not just about vampires. There's like dark academia in this one too. And so I think I'm going to do this one. So includes illustrations, Immortal Dark. And I will give like a synopsis at the end. Okay. For all the books that I end up picking. All right, let's see what this one is. Okay. family picks. So I will do that one. I'll add that one at the end too. I'm probably going to narrow it down for them though, and then they can choose from just a few. If I give them too many, it might be a little overwhelming. So stay tuned for that one at the end. Okay, next, so this will be fourth pick. And this is set in your favorite season. Well, this is perfect because autumn is one of my favorite seasons. So I'm going to go, because I know for sure this is set in autumn, I'm going to go ahead and go with A Dark and Secret Magic, because it does take place in October leading up to Halloween and on Halloween. So this one for sure is going to get my pick. All right, so far so good. Let's figure out my next one. I just love this little Halloween mug. It's just so adorable. It gives me Joanna Parker vibes, if you're familiar with her designs. I know this isn't officially her designs, but that's what vibe it's giving me. Okay. Female author. Ooh, this one will be easy, because I think pretty much everything I have in regards to what I want to read this month are female authors. So let's see, Forgery of Roses. What am I leaning towards the most? That I just picked a cozy fantasy, so I don't know if I want to choose that. This one. That one kind of. Let's see what I'm feeling the most. So I'm going to decide between these three. So we have A Forgery of Roses, which is about a girl who has this magical ability. When she paints a portrait, she can change the person. So like a picture of Dorian Gray type of thing. So that's by Jessica S. Olson, female author. Then I have a Witch Hunter book, Serpent and Dove by Shelby Mahurin. And then I have The Monstrous Kind by Lydia Gregovic. So let's see. Let me look at my books. It's hard to decide, honestly. I am thinking, okay. Oops, sorry guys. Since my last book I chose was witchy, I'm going to put this one back, even though I am really, really excited to get to that one. So now between A Forgery of Roses, I'm wanting to drop all the books, or The Monstrous Kind. I'm thinking I'm going to do this one. Monstrous Kind is inspired by Sense and Sensibility, which I love, very loosely based. And it's about this fog that can turn people into phantoms and these two sisters. I do want to get to this one, but I think I want to get to this one more. So A Forgery of Roses will be my female author pick. Okay, so that's 5, including the one of my family needing to pick. Next one is red cover. Well, that actually works out perfectly because, oh, this one's kind of red too. So I have Wind Weaver, which really isn't that autumnal. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. But I think this could be any season type of a book, and The Monstrous Kind. I know I'm going to pick this one. So The Monstrous Kind, yay, that worked out. Because I really was trying to decide between those two. It was a hard choice. So, all right, let's see. What, if you are a Jane Austen fan, tell me down in the comments what your favorite Jane Austen is. Book or movie. It can be either if you've only watched the movies. I've been a longtime fan, and my favorites are Sense and Sensibility and Emma. And I know Emma is a controversial one for people. You either love it or hate it. I love it. I love Emma. She cracks me up. Okay, next to you is new to you author. This is one I could pretty much choose almost any of them. Let's see, I have kind of two spooky ones. I know both of these. This one, not new to me, new to me. Okay, so I have Fortune's Kiss by Amber Clement. And she does have a good name, so I'm drawn to that one for sure. Just kidding. Shelby Mahurin, who wrote Serpent and Dove. Then I have Genoveva Demova, who wrote Foul Days. And Cat Dragon by Samantha Birch. All of these authors I have not written or read anything by. Let's see. I think I'm going to go ahead and get rid of Fortune's Kiss. So let's put that one back. This one is kind of similar, I feel like, to The Monstrous Kind, except that it has to do with like shadows instead of this fog that's coming. But so now I'm down to Serpent and Dove and Cat Dragon. So I have one cozy already, but I'm feeling the cozy still. I want another cozy choice. So Cat Dragon is the one I'm going to choose, by Samantha Birch, who is an author I have never read anything from. I don't know if this is her first book or not, but I know I haven't read anything else by her. So Cat Dragon. All right, let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then 7. Oh, really? Already? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 7. Okay. Let's pick. Wait. So I'm picking my last one. Yes, I'm picking my last one. Okay. Sorry, it took me a while to compute that. All right. Oh, there's 2 here. Okay. 1. What is this? 1 word title. I don't think any of the ones I have left are 1 word title. Yeah, that is not going to work. I don't have any on my TBR, even the ones down here that aren't like super October-y. Oh, that's true. There is one, but I don't want to read it right now. I have James by Percival Everett. But I want to read, I'm saving this one until I read The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, which is going to be this next year as part of my 25 books I want to read in 2026. And so that's the only one that would work. And yeah, I'm not feeling that one right now. So we're going to pick a different prompt. Let's see what one I get instead. Oh, started but soft DNF'd. Do I have any? I do, but I don't think I want to read it. I still am not feeling it. I've started A Deadly Education, and actually I've started Jane Eyre as well. Oh, you know what? There is one that I could see myself going ahead and doing. But I don't know. I do want to read Jane Eyre. I do want to possibly get to Deadly Education 2 at a future date. I'm just not feeling it right now. Jane Eyre, I'm planning on finishing reading in November instead, because when I was reading it last month in September, it was giving me more of a November vibe than a September vibe. And so I'm thinking I'm going to save that one for November. But there is a book that I did start that I think I'm going to choose. So this prompt I will choose. Let me get it, and then I'll share it with you. Okay, it is, you can't even tell from that, it is The Glittering Edge by Alyssa Valere. I just started this one. As you can see, there is a bookmark, and this was on my TBR for the month of September, and I just didn't finish it, obviously, in September. But this works for October, I feel like, too, because it is a witchy YA book. This is the Fairy Loot edition. So we'll do this one. This one works, I feel like. Look at how cute. That's awesome. So we're going to do this one. So Glittering Edge, The Glittering Edge by Alyssa Volaire. Okay, so stay tuned. I am going to pause the video and give my family some choices of books, and then I will be back. So stay tuned. Okay, I'm back. I have talked to my family, and I had them narrow. I asked my son first. I had him choose between 4. So I had him choose between Serpent and Dove, The League of Gentlewomen Witches, Foul Days, and The 13th Child. So he narrowed it down, and he narrowed it down to 2, so then my husband could choose between 2. And so he narrowed it down to Foul Days and The 13th Child. And then from these 2 choices, my husband decided on Foul Days. So Foul Days is being added to this month's TBR. So, and I'm out of breath from running around to try to talk to my family. So let me get everything situated so we can look at what's going to go officially on my TBR for October. Okay, the 8 books that are on my official TBR for the month of October is Dracula by Bram Stoker. This was for the prompt, a book turned into a movie. That. Next is Immortal Dark by Tigist Girma. And I already forgot what it is. Oh yeah, this one was for the prompt includes illustrations. Then, and woo, I gotta be more careful putting these down. Okay, next one was for the prompt set in your favorite season. I chose A Dark and Secret Magic by Wallace Kinney, and this is for sure set in my favorite season. It is about a witch who ends up having to throw this Halloween party, and there's some hijinks that ensue. It is a cozy fantasy, and it sounds really good. So that's that one. And I didn't talk about what Immortal Dark is about, really. But it's about a girl whose sister ends up going missing, and she ends up having to go to this academy to kind of find out what happened to her. And there is this servant of her family. She's orphaned, so all the rest of her family is gone. But the servant of her family is a vampire, and she thinks that he's the one that caused her sister to go missing. So it sounds good. Okay, next was a female author. I went with A Forgery of Roses. So this, as I said, was about an artist who can paint a portrait, and however she alters the portrait, it changes the person in real life type of thing. And then she tries to bring the governor's son back to life through her portrait magic. She's kind of forced to do that. So that was for a female author. Then we have The Monstrous Kind by Lydia Gregovic, which is for a red cover. As you can see, it is red. This is based on Sense and Sensibility about 2 sisters, and there is this fog going around that changes people. The one sister is immune to it. I don't know if the other sister is or not, but one sister is. Her father dies, and she ends up having to move in with her other sister, and the fires that keeps the fog at bay keep on going out. And then there's this also threat from other manor lords type of thing. So this seems like it'll be good. The Monstrous Kind. Then I have a cozy fantasy, Cat Dragon by Samantha Birch. And this was for an author you've never read a book from before, right? That's what it was. Yeah, new to you author. So this is a cozy fantasy about a girl who is a witch, and they live in a place called Tangleroot Valley, and she's trying to find her cat dragon familiar. She hasn't been able to find it, and then someone else comes along, her friend's brother, who she ends up going on an adventure with, to a quest to a mysterious mountain. So it looks really cute, cozy, fantasy fun for sure. Then I have The Glittering Edge, which is a book that you started but softy enough. I was reading this for September and I did not finish it, so I figured that would be a good one. This is the Fairy Loot edition. It is a YA witchy type of book about a girl whose mother ends up cursed, and she has to team up with two rival witch families who hate each other to try and break the curse. I've heard really good things about this one. So that, and then last but not least, this was my family's pick. So this is Foul Days by Genoveva Demova. It is about a witch who lives in this land where magic is fueled by people's shadows. And she ends up in a sticky situation, a dangerous situation, where she ends up having to give away her shadow. And because of that, she is susceptible to this plague. So witches that don't have a shadow, this plague can overtake them, type of thing. So I've heard really good things about this one too, and I wanted to get to it. So that is it, you guys. Those are the 8 books. Plus I am planning on reading Alchemy of Secrets when I get my little hands on it. That will probably trump all these. That will be what I'm reading once I get my hands on it. But until then, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Please like and subscribe for more book and home fragrance content. And I appreciate all of you guys. Until next time, TTFN. Ta-ta for now.